Hello there. June session for Parliament has opened. Senator Mbella Moki says the current parliamentary session comes at a critical moment for Cameroon with economic difficulties, social concern, and security challenges facing the nation. Lawmakers have a responsibility to respond to expectations of the people and contribute to solutions that promote peace, unity, and development. Now, new work way they get for work, or is it something that they have been doing? Because we are almost fed up with politicians who only keep giving promises for no job done. Anyway, let's hear from the senator himself, where since 2020 and 13, where the open Senate for Cameroon, he has been vining in. And even at the time, during the last election, when former GC boss Humfred Monono begin say if he challenge he get his own share of the shock, there is still a growing concern in the southwest whether some other person could rise up to ever challenge the almighty Mbella Moki chance. More year for you before we come back.
We are here to honor the stated program of the institution. It is true, it is a session like any other session, but the challenges that accompany this session are enormous. Cameroonians are looking up to us, and for those of us who are coming from local constituencies, we have the feelings and the expectations of the people we represent. So it is an enormous task that of going through these 30 days in Yaoundé. It is not going to be easy. Cameroonians are passing through very trying moments that are shaking the foundations of our country economically and socially, and of course, security challenges. All of this will be the menu on the table during our stay here.
Thank you so much for that talk. At least during the March session, we saw how you were one of those few CPDM representatives who stood up against the constitutional quagmire that was being manipulated. You said your name will not go down in history for such practice. We hear you for being so courageous. It's not in our place to ask when you will be set for retirement, because you are not being appointed. You are always elected by the people. The question rather goes to the people whether they are courageous enough to challenge you in that position. But I want to seize this opportunity to really give you kudos for being one of the few CPDM parliamentarians who refused their vote for that vice president constitutional armed robbery. Now, in Likoko, Membea, where Senator Mbella Moki hails from, there is a problem of chieftency. Former chief, tricked by his son, declared vacancy due to health issue, and it was interpreted by the administrator that other vibrant children of Likoko Membea in Buea town, in Bokwango, should get ready for the job. And we have not heard Senator Mbella Moki say any word about it. Well, we also know that in politics, a lot of things can be modified. So are we looking in the days ahead to hear Mbella Moki say something about that particular topic, or he is just going to avoid? Then another growing worry that could be an attack to peace that you did mention, Senator Mbella Moki, is the rising of third-class chiefs who are all administrative appointees who are rubbing shoulders with traditional rulers of the first class or sometimes second class. In the West region already, we have seen Council of Chiefs of the West region written a petition to the Ministry of Territorial Administration denouncing that attribute and the poor usage. It hasn't gone off our memory. Some time ago, we saw a certain Mr. Foster, the husband to the parliamentarian Norian Foster, who succeeded his father as a third-class chief in Bakassa and was chanting on social media, creating an impression that it was a hereditary post, until the headmaster of that environment had to come out to denounce that practice before he has now called. It's almost the same tendency when we recently witnessed the first anniversary of CRTV journalist who has now become a chief, an administrative chief, third class. He's almost making the same wave. He's not alone. We have Upper Bokova also with another chief that was appointed recently, who went around installing his notables and was called off by the DO through a decree telling him that he shouldn't proceed with such practices without the DO's knowledge. In the administrative language, the installation of administrative chief, it is a way to facilitate administration and ease their government. But to the appointed traditional rulers, they take it as a mountain of vertical power and immediately want to create a jurisdiction that will be catching cold each time they sneeze. African with power is not new in our way of doing. And so the problem of chieftaincy is actually rocking Cameroon landscape. We are still recovering from the Douala Deido Bonateki saga that saw mammoth crowd flood the Deido neighborhood as they protest that Littoral should be for indigents of Littoral. And it has spread wide contemptation nationwide, denouncing that those are flagrant acts of tribalism that need to be sanctioned by the government. And again, we boil back to how the government uses this approach to maintain control over the people. So, all this chieftaincy that is directly linked to land has a direct threat on peace, on local peace. And I understand that during the speech of the right Honorable President of the National Assembly, he called the attention of government officials as far as land tenure is concerned and chieftaincy for a more proper administration to avoid eruption of tribal conflicts amongst various neighborhoods. And the last part of our analysis is to explain clearly that the emergence of these practices stem as a result of people lacking means to benefit from national governance, and so refuge themselves into their tribal and ethnic group in order to exist. So if more and more the state fails in its mission to provide security and safety to the people, we are going to see the reoccurrence of these practices more and more. Only the brave political parties who have refused bribe and nepotism can actually understand the frustration that animate some of these people who finally find sorrow under the canopy of their tribal association or tribal revendication. So we simply advocate more for brave men and women who can speak issues of the nation and seek opportunities, develop skills to compete in the labor market, to gain more authority in an environment where the education fabric has failed completely, leaving its graduates with a deficient knowledge, unable to create wealth and so to employ itself. What do you think about the issue of chieftency in your own neighborhood and how it's been administered by the power that be and its implication on guaranteeing peace now and tomorrow? Thank you, and see you some other time.